What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Bruce here, back with a new tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how I made the build-ups in my Lady Gaga Just Dance remix, Future House track. Last video I showed y'all the breaks, so I'm going to be showing you how I made the build-ups here. If you're new to my channel, I make tutorials like this one. Producer, I make a lot of house music, some rap beats, stuff like that, all kinds of stuff. So if you're feeling generous, please hit the subscribe button, like the video, and please comment down below your thoughts, suggestions, feedback, anything like that. Really appreciate it. Helps me grow the channel. But anyway, let's get into the video. So just to recap, the tempo is 126 BPM, and we're in the key of C sharp minor. And I'm just going to play the build-up for you here. Sounds like this. Turn it up. Alright, y'all, so the main element are these piano chords. I'm gonna solo them here. This is the MIDI. So it's the same chord progression from the break, just instead of each chord playing once, I have them hitting multiple times. So it just adds more rhythm and kind of like, I love doing this because it like kind of builds up, it progresses the track, helps it build up to the drop. Let me show you here, like it's literally the same exact chords right here from the break. Let's see, each chord's hitting once here, except for this part. But in the build up, just took the same chords, have them hitting different times, and you can play around with it. You can get like a lot of different rhythms. You just play around with it till you get one that sounds good. It's the same Nexus piano. And the processing, let's see, it's probably pretty much the same. Yeah, EQ, Camel Crush, EQ, S1 Imager, making it wide. And then I just have a bass and a sub bass, layering it. So it's hitting the bass notes every time the chords hit. Same bass from the break. And then just for the like a build-up effect, the second half of the build-up, I just have the first chord hitting over and over like this. A lot of producers do this. I think it's a great way to build it up and add tension before the drop. And then I speed it up even more in the 7th bar. Dun, dun, dun. And then obviously the vocal is playing as well. Like the hook of the vocal, I think it sounds great with those chords. Let me know what you think. It's really a simple build-up. There's not a ton going on. Let's see what else we got here. So I have some effects here. A down sweep, kind of just for an impact, transitional element, letting you know it's going to the next part of the song. What else? Also have this impact. This is like a more juicy, big impact. It's like a kick. I think it's important to layer impacts and risers, or just effects in general. It fills up the whole space rather than just having like one impact. But I would say usually you want to make sure they're different sounds that you're layering. So like this one's just white noise. This one's a kick though as well. So just together sounds bigger. Let's see what else we got here. I got some claps. Just hitting every beat. And then it speeds up just like the chord progression. And then I have a shorter snare buildup here, just the second half of the buildup. I have 2 snare rolls coming in. They sound like this. I didn't used to do this. I usually just would have 1 snare roll, but I've heard it in other songs, and I think it's cool to layer ones. So like, this is the main one. It's just a classic snare roll pattern, hitting on C sharp, our key of the song. What we do there? What happened? Okay. Processing wise, I did a low cut to 100 hertz because I didn't think it needs to be there with the sub bass. Little reverb from Valhalla Room, another EQ, and then I put this snare in mono. I'm not sure if you should always do that, but I read that somewhere that it's good to have the snare in mono, like the kick. I guess because it's tends to be lower frequency, but not all snares are. This is the second snare that I layered it with. So this one's just hitting faster notes the whole time. It's more of like a trap snare. It's more high pitched. Both have a pitch bend. So I just find snares in key and then I load them in samplers, draw the MIDI here, and then you hit this automation button. You can go to pitch bend and draw in the pitch automation so it pitches up. I'm using Logic, by the way, but you can do this in any DAW. And then I just hit pitch bend here, pitch, move this all the way to the right, and then pitch bend. So let's see the processing. I only have an EQ on this one, low cutting up to 200 hertz, because this one's higher pitch, so you don't really need the low frequencies because we have the other snare. So I think it sounds cool like layering them, because one's high frequencies, the other's like low. Sounds like this again. With the claps, like this. That would be all the drums. And then of course, we got some risers here. Also like to layer those. Let's see, I think I just have 2. Yeah, I have 2 risers here. This is the first one. I try to find them in key, and I do try to layer a couple. This is the second one. So as you can hear, they sound a bit different. This one's more smooth. It's just like a flanger. This one's a little lower pitch, a little more dirty. Together, I think they sound cool. And then second half of the build-up, I have a couple more impacts. I have this sub bass impact. I like to do that a lot on the second half of the build-up. And then I also layered it with this impact. Let's see what else. And then, so in the drop, the main element of the drop is the vocal chops. And I decided to start bringing them in the build-up, like with a filter, so they're slowly coming in. You can't really hear them in this part of the build-up, but just slowly introduces them, so it's not just coming out of nowhere in the drop. This is what it sounds like. So I bounced out the audio. Let's start from here. If I go to my automation, the filter cutoff is going up. So yeah, I just have a filter on it. EQ, cutting out the low end, and automating the cutoff. Let's see, that is, I have the tension string that was in the break as well. That's still going. I have another little fill here going into the second half of the build-up. Get most of my samples from Splice and Vengeance. I love both of those companies for samples. And then, so guys, that's the whole build-up. And then I'll show you this, the last bar before the drop. I just have some fills. This thing's kind of cool though. I pitched down the vocal in the last bar of the build-up. I just thought that was like a cool effect to do before the drop. Same processing, I just threw this pitch shift on, put it down 12 semitones, so an octave down. Let's see what else we got here. I have this like impact, or this down sweep. Let's see those. And then and then I have another sweep up going into the drop from Cashmere right here. That's literally it for the first build-up. It's pretty simple, honestly. Build-ups, you know, usually you can just take like elements from the break or the drop, and you're kind of just like automating things, like using filters and stuff like that. Let's see, there's one more. Let me see if I automated anything else. Not in this build-up. Let's head to the second build-up. See, can't really remember. I think it's a bit different. Let's see, it sounds like this. So it's exactly the same. The only thing different that you can probably tell, I don't have the vocal. So this time I just have the vocal chops from the drop building up with the filter again. There's the automation right here. Solo them for you. Let's see. Let me see if there's any automation here. No. So yeah, that's the second build-up. Let's take a look at the second break. I don't believe I showed that in the first video. It's mostly the same. Yeah, the bass, pad, piano chords, and the ARP. Wish I could shut my playboy mouth. How to turn my shirt inside out, right? I just have this sweep down, transitioning from the first drop. Let's see what else is different here. Obviously, the second verse of the vocal is in. Wish I could shut my playboy mouth. How to turn my shirt inside out, right? Control your poison, babe. Roses and thorns, they say. And we're all getting hoes tonight. Let's go on in on the floor. I love this record, baby, but I can't see straight. Remember, but it's alright. Just wish I could. Yeah, so it's completely the same as the first break. Sometimes I'll do more changes in the second break. to add more variety, but make it interesting. But sounded good here, and of course Lady Gaga always sounding fire. Just second verse of the vocal of the song here, but other than that, second break's the same. So I'm gonna wrap this one up, y'all. Next video I'm gonna show y'all the drop. Probably what you want to see, but maybe not everyone, I don't know. But if you made it this far, really appreciate you, and thank you. Hope to see you in the next video, and have a great rest of your day and week. Peace.